well, I'm drinking an ocean water slushie from Sonic, and if you have not had one, you have not lived. That's all I'm saying. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Libby Rogers, and I'm so excited for today's video. In today's video, we're going to be testing out two concealers. One that is so popular in the makeup world. It has been the only concealer that most people use for like a couple years now, and that is obviously the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. We're going to be wearing this on one of our eyes today, but we're going to be wearing the new L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer on the other side. As you can see, they're already very similar, and we're going to be trying these out today. I'm going to be comparing prices, the amount of product that you get in it, the claims, and wear test most importantly. So if you guys want to see me battle out these two concealers, then just go ahead and keep watching. I don't know if you can already tell, but I did a light layer of foundation and I've already done my brows just so that we could get that out of the way. But I'm going to go ahead and read some of the claims on each concealer. So let's go ahead and start with the Tarte Shape Tape, and this retails for $27, and it has just been expanded to 30 shades in the range, so it has a good amount of range within the shades. This comes with 10 ml or 0.338 fluid ounces, and this lasts for about 6 months as it says on the bottom. But let's read some of the claims on this concealer. Full coverage of the flawless matte finish, conceals all imperfections and doubles as a contour/highlight product. Creamy, easy to blend formula, won't flake or crease, nourishes with mango seed and shea butters, and helps illuminate skin for a lifted effect. So that is basically everything on the Tarte Shape Tape. It is a great concealer. If you guys watch my videos, you know this is probably one of the only concealers that I use on my channel because it is so good. It does not let me down. But it is super expensive. $27 for a concealer is more than I usually spend on foundation. So it is pretty expensive. So I'm always on the hunt for a dupe. So that's where the new L'Oreal concealer is going to come in. So this differs in price depending on where you go. At Target you can get it for $10.99. At Ulta you can get it for $12.99. So if you're wanting to get it for a little bit cheaper, Target is the best place to go. So this concealer has 25 shades, so it's pretty close to the amount of shades that Tarte Shape Tape has. This says Shape Cover and Contour Full Coverage Concealer. Be unstoppable, experience full on coverage and full face wear for up to 24 hours. This multi-use formula conceals imperfections while doubling as a contour/highlight product. Very similar claims to the Tarte Shape Tape. Our extra large applicator provides maximum coverage in one stroke to cover your under eye circles, acne scars, and discoloration. Our waterproof, non-greasy formula won't transfer, fade, or flake, so the full coverage look is locked all day. A little goes a long way, available in 25 full coverage shades for every skin tone. This sounds so similar to the Tarte Shape Tape, so let's go ahead and get into some applications, some of what the products look like on the outside. But let me also disclaim my voice is like very scratchy. I just woke up, so that might be why. But I'm just getting over being sick, so if you hear that, that's why. I'm so sorry. So let's go ahead and just compare the packaging of the products. They look so similar, same height, same width, and everything like that. And the doe foots look pretty much identical. So these are the doe foot applicators. As you can see, the Tarte Shape Tape one on the right is a little fluffier, but I think that might just be because I've used it. But they are quite similar, and I'm really excited to try these out, see how similar the formula is, see how it covers my acne scarring, see how it covers my under eyes and everything like that. So let me go ahead and get a new Tarte Shape Tape because this one is very old. In the L'Oreal concealer, I'm going to be using the shade 325 Eggshell. This is the second lightest shade. The first lightest shade wasn't there, but I actually prefer this one anyways. I like this one because it matches my skin tone better. And then in the Tarte Shape Tape, I'm going to be using the shade Fair Neutral. So let's go ahead and start with the Tarte Shape Tape. We just know how that works, and it's a great concealer. You know it's a new one when like the product is all over the doe foot. That's one thing about Tarte Shape Tape, it's kind of messy. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this underneath my eyes. This is about how much I usually do of the Tarte Shape Tape. I don't like to use too much because it can get pretty cakey if you use too much. So I'm going to go ahead and just blend this one out. Okay, so this is one layer of the Tarte Shape Tape applied, and as you can tell, it really brightened up my eyes, really concealed everything, and I usually have to go in with a little bit more in this area right here, because to me, it's not as full coverage as everyone says, so it doesn't ever cover up that little area right there, but I just take the smallest amount and just pat that in afterwards. Okay, so we've got that blended out and everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and go on my blemishes and on my skin and show you guys how this covers. And once we get a good feel for how this covers, we can then go into the L'Oreal side and compare. I usually take quite a bit on my cheek area because I don't like to put a super heavy foundation everywhere. I'd rather just spot conceal, and this does a really great job of it. I like to let it sit for a couple of seconds and then I'll blend it out, and I blend it out with a super light hand, like super light, so that it can stay as full coverage as possible. Okay, so now you can see that this side is completely concealed. I don't see any of my imperfections at all coming out. So I'm not going to set it yet. We're going to go ahead and go in with the L'Oreal concealer. So I'm going to be taking this underneath my eyes in the same way. This one already off of initial application is definitely more liquidy than the Tarte Shape Tape. Tarte Shape Tape is pretty moussey and thick. Not moussey, that's not the right word. It's just more of a thick concealer formula. So I'm just going to do the exact same thing on this side as I did on the other side. Yeah, this one is definitely more liquidy than the Tarte Shape Tape. So if you're not really into that super like thick concealer feel, then you might like this one more. But we're gonna see. I'm gonna blend it out. I'm gonna let this one dry down just a little bit because it is a little liquidy. And I think I like the shade of this one more. It's more neutral, and I'd rather have a more neutral concealer. I don't think I ever told you how much is in this. This comes with 10 ml or 0.33 ounces. I meant to tell you guys that earlier, but so be it. Okay, so I've got it blended out, and as you can see, it definitely brightened and concealed everything. I am going to do the exact same thing I did on the Tarte Shape Tape side and just put a little extra dot right here on my deepest, darkest circle area. I'm just gonna blend that right out. So I've got that blended out, and this side looks a little bit brighter, but I think that might be because I just applied this one. This one oxidizes quite a bit once you apply it. So that's another downside of the Tarte Shape Tape. It does oxidize quite a bit once you've applied it. So this one definitely looks a little brighter right now, but we'll see if this one oxidizes. We'll see how this one settles in as we do my blemishes. To be fair, I don't have quite as many blemishes on this side, but I am still going to conceal, see how it applies and how it covers. And I'm going to do the same thing and just blend it out super lightly. Okay, so this side is now concealed, and I think it looks great. I think that they're very similar formulas. While this one is a little more liquidy, covering the pigmentation and seeing how it blended out super similarly, and I think just off of what I'm seeing right now, this is going to be a super close match to the Tarte Shape Tape. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set my under eyes, I'm going to set the rest of my face, and then I'll show you guys an up close of what my skin is looking like, what my under eyes are looking like, and everything like that. So I will be right back. Okay, so I'm going to do a super up close of what my under eyes are looking like, and I will say that in looking up close at my under eyes, the L'Oreal side looks super dry underneath my eyes. Like, it looks like it's breaking up quite a bit, and I don't know if that just has to do with me I set my under eyes with my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Translucent Powder. I didn't bake or anything. I just put a couple layers of it with my sponge. So I don't know if it was just maybe didn't react with that powder well or what, but on initial reaction, the Tarte Shape Tape side looks way better than the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer does. So I will come back at the end of the night to let you guys know how this concealer has worn throughout the day and how it does compare to the Tarte Shape Tape. So yeah guys, I will see you guys at the end of the night. I'm here for the check-in at the end of the night, and honestly I think that this concealer, the L'Oreal one, warmed up over time. I feel like it looks much better than it did when I first applied it, and that might just be like my natural oils coming through and everything, but I honestly, they aren't creasing any differently on either side. Like, they look very similar under the eyes. If I didn't know any better, I wouldn't know that they were two different concealers, you know? So all in all, I really think these are pretty similar concealers, one being $27, one being $11. So I honestly think these are really great dupes, and I'm going to keep trying it out. I'm going to keep trying and setting it differently and wearing it with different foundations and everything like that. But honestly, yeah, I really do think these are great concealers. I think they are both great and you can't go wrong with either one. I definitely think that they look very similar, and I'm very happy with how they look after being on for, I mean, it's been on for they've been on for 12 hours now. So I think they were really great, and yeah guys, I'm very impressed. I think that I want to also try out the e.l.f. concealer against Tarte Shape Tape. So let me know down below if that's something you want to see. If you do want to see that, please give this video a thumbs up, because I'll know that you guys want to see that. But I think that is something that I'm wanting to film. I also want to do a wear test on the Milani concealer. But yeah, those are just videos that I'm thinking of, and if you guys have any requests, let me know down below. But if you did like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up before you leave. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and once you have subscribed, please make sure to turn on the little bell notification so you're notified every single time I upload. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!